This is a quick tutorial about how to create your own revision timetable online. So what we're looking for is the website getrevising.co.uk. So if you enter that in Google and then click the following link. Okay, when the page loads up, it gives you a lot of different options. If you scroll down to this section by here, you can see create your study plan, practice past papers, and get creative. So two other useful tools there. For today we're going to be creating a study plan. Click on that, it will show you what it can look like. There's also a little bit more information as you scroll down, but what we want to do is we want to get started. It's free. When you click that, it will load up on a page that allows you to enter your key information such as your username, an email address and a password. You're not a teacher, put your date of birth in. The level of study you're doing is GCSE. Okay, when you click that, you'll have to select the subjects that you all do, which are English, English literature, maths, science and religious studies. Then obviously select the options that you have taken as well. Now it might be that you've taken options that aren't on there, so if that's the case, click there, select GCSE and select the subject that you are doing. Then once you've got them all, you can agree to the terms and conditions if you've read it, and then slide to continue. Once you've registered all your subjects, you'll then have this screen. This screen is your list of subjects, the level that you're doing, and then it's a chance to put the exam board that you're studying. So if you enter the exam board that you're doing, and you can find this on one of the documents attached to the Show My Homework, and then select your target grade, which you should know anyway. Okay, once you've done that for all your subjects, save and continue. This is where you need to say when you're actually not available. So this is when you're going to be in classes. So typically you want to set this from about 8 till maybe 4:30, because the chances are you're probably in intervention after school. And then save and continue. Outside my classes, I don't want to study before what time in the morning or after a certain time at night. You're the one that needs to get the balance here. Obviously you do need to be doing some revision, but find a reasonable time that you think is a time to cut off. Then you need to add each of your exams or your deadlines. So if you're doing non-examined assessments, you can click add a deadline, or you can add the exams. So if you click add the exams, if you use the document that's attached to here, you will be able to see that you can add the subject that you're doing, and then just here type in the date of the exam. These dates aren't correct, I'm just showing you so you can see how it would work, and how many hours you want to spend revising for that exam. You might go back in and change it afterwards once you've seen. This is ideal for you to select a colour for the subject that you're going to be doing, and save and add another exam. Save and add another exam. Once you've entered all of your exams, click save and continue. You can then just check whether or not the exam times you've had are correct. Again, like I said, these are not actually correct exams. You need to use the document that's attached to work that out. Once you've done it, click continue. On this screen now, this is where it begins to populate for you. So as you can see, because I've only put 30 hours per exam and I haven't put enough exams down, it hasn't actually populated the timetable as fully as it could be. But what you can do is you can scroll through, you can have a little look week by week. Come up, edit your exams, click on the one you want to edit, and say for example for English now, oh, I've got a lot of space there, okay, I'm going to increase that to 50 hours. And then again from here, go to all your subjects and just increase the amount of revision that you need to do. Obviously the more revision you do, the more successful you will be. Okay, so as you can see, I've changed all the amount of hours I want to be revising for to 50 for each exam. If I click done, then what we should see now is that this becomes more densely populated. This means that obviously there's more revision to be done. Now, it can be that there are days where we're not actually in school, for example for half term, etc. Alright, so what you need to do there is you need to go in and you need to actually edit the specifics for that week. So to remove a session where during half term, If you just double click on the term school, click delete this class, and what it will do is it will remove it from your timetable, which means that actually it gives you more space in which to revise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into each of the subjects that I need to revise for, because even at this stage with 50 hours I can see that every week I've got lots of space in which I could be utilizing revision that I'm actually not. All this white space is time that you're not revising. Okay, so I now have this populated with quite a lot of revision sessions. However, I might actually have other commitments. So for example, it might be that on a Wednesday after school I actually do something such as Duke of Edinburgh or football. So therefore what I need to do, add a new commitment, just set the date for it. So next Wednesday would be the 19th, and actually starts every night at 5 p.m, 8 o'clock, so maybe I need to set it for 3 hours long. Alright, and it happens every week. So I put football in there as a title, or whatever your activity is, save and continue. That then slots into your revision timetable. It might also be that I don't feel that I can revise on a Sunday evening, for example. So what I might do is I might put down, and let's say this starts from about 5 p.m. on a Saturday, and I know that from 5 o'clock for the next 5 hours I'm planning to do no revision, because actually that's going to be my rest time. So once you've entered that, that should be populated on your revision timetable. The other thing you might do is you might decide, actually I need to remove some of these sessions, and what you can do a session is just double click and you can delete this specific study session. Alright, it is worth getting your deadlines, your commitments and your holidays entered in there initially, because that's going to help you to not overbook your study sessions. If you want to be very specific about what you're doing in each study session, if you click on the subject on the specific study session, you can actually enter the topic that you're doing. So for example, if I was putting the I in for science, okay, I can actually write down a little bit more about what I want to achieve, so I can set my goals for that revision session. Also, this is quite intuitive. I've said the I, a range of resources come up on the side here, so I can click on those and that will help me revise as well. Once you've done that, you can actually see it all the way through to your exams just by clicking the change date, and you can just delete the bits that you want. Alright, and you can make it very much the revision sessions or the revision timetable that you want. Once you've done it, if you go to printable PDF, you can print it week by week if you want, or you could print it month by month. So let's print the month of March. Okay, let's continue that. And what will happen is it will produce a PDF for you. Now, if you come into school and you want that printed, if you come and speak to either myself or your tutor, we will see what we can arrange to get that printed out for you. That is now a nice simple revision guide that will help you to be able to plan your study.